Hey there, and welcome to a Snackable all about Penny. Hey there, and welcome back to Snackable for this very special episode where we are eating all the favorite foods of Penny, my dog, who unfortunately passed away a few weeks ago. Boy, I've been really procrastinating making this video, and I got sick then, so it made it even harder. I've been procrastinating because it's grief's a really hard thing, and I can understand some people thinking that she's just a dog. We had her for 13 years, and she was really a part of our family. I mean, just the loss that we feel, that me and my family feel in her absence is insane. I would always call my mom and ask about her, and I almost do every single time still, and it's so hard. And this is sort of, I guess, getting to the other side of the hill. It's been 2 weeks today that she passed away, and it was very, very quick and sudden, and it just makes everything harder, honestly. I feel for every single dog owner. I felt before. This is the first time that I ever had to be there. And boy, I wish I would never do that again. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. But I was happy that she had one of us there, because we were there for her through her entire life, and it would have been weird for us not to be there when she passed on. And she was so peaceful. But this is an episode not necessarily to show these thoughts, but I've had her on the channel several times, and I express my emotions better in video form. So this entire video is about honoring her. She was a member of our family. We love her. We will always love her, and she loved food just as much as I did. She was one of the funniest dogs around, honestly, and I'll talk about her a little bit as we go on. But we're going to try some of her favorite foods today. I have some of them right here. Oh, you may see some stuff that you recognize. We're going to start with some cheese. She loved cheese. She was the biggest cheese fan. My mom loves cheese, and every time my mom got cheese, Penny was right there. She said, "Excuse me, I'm here for the cheese tax." And my mom, of course, would always hand over the cheese tax and then some. This was like Britain. They were taxing 80% back then. So there's a big piece. I believe this is a Swiss. I'm not a huge fan of Swiss. This is all that my mother had. So we're going to give it a try for Penny. A lovely little cheese. I like that. I'm usually like a white American fan, just because I am a white American. But that was good. The thing I don't like about Swiss is it almost has like maybe a sweet sort of soury hit right away. You don't want that. I don't want that necessarily, and it hit me right away, and I was like, oh, okay. I don't necessarily like that. But all in all, the cheese was great, and I know Penny would have wolfed down this entire block that was here. She would have snatched it up and ran with it and eaten it far away where nobody could see her. Next up, we have one of her all-time favorites, chicken. Oh, this is a piece of Kaufman's chicken from a chicken I just had yesterday for the Super Bowl. She loved chicken in all forms. She went nuts for it. When we would go away on our Disney trips and she would stay with my grandmother would give her, like, one chicken breast a day, and she would just eat it up. Penny was a lot, in my opinion, like a big cat. She loved to sleep, and she loved to glare at you. She would always be like lurking in the shadows and just sort of staring at you. And it was fine because it was funny, and I miss that so much, because especially with how much she was like quiet, you think that she's still in the house, and it's really, really hard when I go over to my parents' house, because you think she's always there. And I know my parents are having a tough time with it too, but some lovely little chicken. Oh, somebody's calling me. That's my mom. Sorry about that. I love their chicken. Their chicken is fantastic. She would eat any chicken that came off the line. It was usually Kaufman. She really enjoyed Kaufman's chicken. And the chicken from the market, she went crazy over that as well. Just really roasted or roasted chicken, she would just go nuts for. So I'm really happy that she got something that she loved. It means a lot to, I'm sure, to my grandmother, to think back of those times when she fed her and she was so happy. Also, I didn't mention this, but as you can see, I'm not rating anything. It's not really about rating. It's just about enjoying the food and trying to be close to her. I mean, she's a new permanent staple in my apartment, and I don't know, I wanted to try her favorite foods one last time. Now, one thing that she absolutely did love was Arby's roast beef. She loved it. She used to scarf it down all the time. It was actually, it was the last thing that I brought her before we took her to the vet, and she, even in the state that she was in, she ate it up, and she was so happy. It was such a sad time for us, because we knew how much she loved it, and it was just, well, here you go.
She loved that roast beef.
She loved the roast beef.
Good go, Lynn. She's like, damn, this is a party. Getting hand-fed roast beef.
And up next, we have a cheeseburger from McDonald's. She loved cheeseburgers from McDonald's. We didn't feed her the bun. So, you know, just relax. I'm eating the bun because I'm not a dog. But she loved them so much. Oh my gosh. So we'd take the buns off and cut everything up into little pieces, and she would eat it, and she loved it. Little trips to McDonald's were like her favorite thing. And I know there's been plenty of times when I've brought her one when my parents were away, and she's just been like overjoyed because that's what she got. Those are the little things that you realize that you're gonna miss. She had good taste. And last but certainly not least, ice cream. She loved ice cream. And I have an ice cream, any kind of ice cream, she loved it. She went crazy for it. It was usually my mom's snacking habit, and she would come by for the ride. So I have a little ice cream cone for her right here. She went crazy. Every birthday, she got a pop cup or an ice cream cup or something. And I hate making this video, man. I hate making this video. She was such a support to my mom and my stepdad. And I would give up this entire channel in half a second if it meant that she could be back and healthy and just making them happy. I'm not exactly sure of the right words to say. I don't know if there are right words right now. She used to sleep so soundly and so still and so peacefully that many times when I lived at my parents' house and I would walk downstairs, I thought that she had passed away. And you'd have to go up and you'd see her belly, rising and falling, and then you were like, okay. So this, unfortunately, has been on my mind for a while. I was deathly afraid of losing her. Not only for myself, but especially for my mom and my stepdad. And she used to do this thing where she would lay down in the middle of the hallway, and I would call her an overturned truck, because she was a fat beagle, okay? Probably because of all the food we gave her. But she was a happy dog. She was just always happy. She was always anxious. She was always questioning if you were going to be nice to her for no reason. She came here on an airplane, and we think that may have been what did it, or that the puppy farm that she came from maybe was abusive in some way. But her 13 years with us, she was, you could drop a penny near her. That's funny, penny. you could drop a penny near her, and it was like a bomb just went off, and she would jump 15 feet in the air and scurry off into the sunset, and it's just it's just always how she was, and I'm gonna miss those things so much. But at the end of this video, I wanted to be able to say goodbye, add some closure in there, and I think in memoriam, little video was gonna be the best thing. I don't want to make this video, I don't, but she was such an influential part of our lives that I think to not do so would be so wrong. And we have so many pictures and so many videos of her that you guys are gonna smile and cry at some of them, but just know that she was one of the most loved dogs ever, and that she loved us back tenfold. Goodbye, Penny. I will definitely miss you.
When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour spent together lives within my heart. And when she was sad, I was there to dry her tears. And when she was happy, so was I. When she loved me, through the summer and the fall, we had each other, that was all. Just she and I together, like it was meant to be. And when she was lonely, I was there to comfort her, and I knew that she loved me. So the years went by, I stayed the same, but she began to drift away. I was left alone. Still I waited for the day when she'd say, I will always love you. Lonely and forgotten, never thought she'd look my way. And she smiled at me and held me just like she used to do, like she loved me when she loved me. When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour spent together lives within my heart. When she